welcome to another week, another pretty good episode of Pretty Good Coffee. Can you tell I'm so tired? I didn't even remember my earrings today. Yeah. Listen, let's just hop right into it. Grab your coffee, grab your word, and let's get started. All right. We're back. And it is the third Monday in July. I cannot believe that it is the third Monday in July. I cannot believe it's the third Monday in July. Hello. Hello, somebody. It is the third week in July. You already saw me bring my coffee. I had the espresso, instant coffee in the Intense. Really, really good, really fast. And I mixed it with my French vanilla max protein shake and mocha, skinny sauces, 0 calories, 0 sugars, like drizzle. Did I have anything else? Oh, and some salted caramel, 0 calories, 0 sugar syrup. And it's delicious. It's really, really good. This, for instant coffee, this tastes good. I do not like instant coffee. Okay. There's one other one that's pretty good. There's one from Chamberlain. That's good. But typically, I don't do the instant coffee. Now, it does work for whipped coffee, but it's because you use more of it, okay? So, but that's just a whole other conversation. So I don't typically like it. This is legit. It tastes great. It has no bad aftertaste. It's very smooth. It has a nice chocolatey undertone. There is a little bit of a fruit note to it. I cannot figure what fruit it is, but just have a slightly fruit note to it. Sorry, my what is this called? I was gonna say my iPad, but it's not. It's my keyboard. It's in the way a little bit. But anyways, so it's really good. So I highly, highly, highly recommend it. It's an espresso. It's instant coffee. I get the Intense. Well, Robbie gets the Intense and I drink his. But try it. It's good. But I want to hop right into it because I got a lot of work today and I've had a very long weekend, all the things. So I am trying to stay focused and I need to down this in a couple of gulps soon. So let's talk about the word. We're going to do Deuteronomy 6 and 5, and we're actually going to do the NLT version, but I was at a christening a few weeks ago, and this was one of the scriptures that was read. And it just, one, I love this scripture. It's just a beautiful, beautiful scripture, but I read it in a different version this time, and I realized that not only is it beautiful, but there is a sense of urgency attached to it. There is a command attached to it. And sometimes we get so caught up in the beauty of a thing that we forget the requirement of the thing. And so the Lord brought that to my remembrance. He said, everything is beautiful that I have created in its time and in its place, but there is also a requirement to it. And I said, okay, let's talk about it. So it is Deuteronomy 6 and 5. And we're going to do the New Living Translation, NLT version. And it says, and you must love the Lord your God. And you must love the Lord your God with all your heart, all your soul, and all your strength. And you must love your God with all your heart, all your soul, and with all your strength. And it's the must. It's the must. It's the must, because there can be no room for anything else to take precedence over him. There can be no room for anything to get the type of attention and adoration that we give to him. There can be no room for anything else to get his worship. There can be no room for anything else to get our devotion. And I think it's so good because when we do that, it releases us from focusing on the things that will never sustain us. It releases us from maintaining the things that will never fulfill us. And it gets us back into alignment with the one who can do both things and do both things well. And it's so good because he's like, listen, not only do I want you to live, I have commanded you to thrive. And to thrive, you have to love me with everything that you got. And to love him is to be obedient to him, is to be submitted to him. He said, I want it so much for you that I've made it a command for you. That I command the thing that I have created to thrive. I command the thing that I have created to produce. I command the thing that I have created to love me, because My love will sustain, maintain, and provide. I don't know about y'all, but that is beautiful to me. But it also is sobering to me how serious he is about not being second, how serious he is about us not choosing mediocrity, how serious he is about us pursuing him above all else, through all else. Sometimes we're looking for these flowery messages, and the only thing that he says is, you've got to love me. You've got to be obedient to me. You've got to be submitted to me. There's a requirement here. You want relationship with me? You got to be in relationship with me. Sometimes we say we want something, but we don't want to do what's required to have the something. The requirement here is to be obedient and to love him with all our hearts, all our souls, and all our strength. It's literally saying, give everything you are and everything you have to me. Give it all to me, and I'll multiply it, I'll stretch it, and I'll exceed your expectations. How many of us are carrying burdens that were never meant to be carried by us because we're not learning how to fully love him by releasing ourselves? It's time to do the release. It's time to do the submission. It's time to be obedient. It's time to understand that in the beautiful thing, there's still a requirement attached. You must love the Lord your God with all your heart, all your soul, and all your strength. I hope that you will carry Deuteronomy 6 and 5 throughout this week. I hope that it will bless you. I want you to meditate on it. I want you to read the whole chapter, but meditate on that verse and really, really, really get it in your spirit. Get it in your spirit. So when something else comes up to distract you, say, no, no, no. I love him with all that I am. And so because I love him, I'm going to choose to obey him in this moment, which means I have to engage him in this moment. I've got to ask him what his instructions are. I have to ask him what his will, his purpose, and his plan is for this moment. That's how you show that you love God. That's how you live a life of worship, that you engage him in every moment of every day. Every decision that you make, every move that you make, you engage him. I hope that you enjoyed today's really, really short episode. It probably took longer for me to make the coffee, didn't it? I don't know, but even the coffee was quick, but whatever. And if you have not gotten your tickets for the All the Things experience happening October 19th, I want you to get those. We have a very, very limited number of seats. If you came to the Last Supper experience, then you already know what to expect. We are going to have an incredible night of worship, of teaching, of laying before God, of connecting with the Spirit in a way that you probably haven't since then, because this is supposed to be a pouring. The Lord instructed me. He said, I want you to seal what happens after a conference, and that was the Last Supper experience. And now I want you to open what's going to happen at conference, and that's going to be the All the Things experience. And I'm prayerful that this will be something that we continue every year, that we'll have something in the spring and something in the fall. But again, there's very limited seats. Dinner is included, worship is always included, and the word, of course, is going to be the foundation. So you can find those tickets at heyprettylife.com. Also, if you have not registered for the Hey Pretty conference, I want you to go ahead and do that. Early bird tickets are closing. And y'all know once they're up, they're up. That's it. So I want you to go to heyprettylife.com, reserve your seat. We're going to be in West Palm Beach this year, and we're doing a lot of preparation beforehand. There's going to be some things that we're going to be announcing to you. You may have already seen some of the things, but there's going to be some different things that we're adding this year to our calendar in preparation for what the Lord is calling us to do in West Palm Beach. I am committed to making sure that we are equipped for what it is that the Lord is calling us to do in that city. And so that means that we're going to be coming together a little bit more, that we are going to be worshiping a little bit harder, and that we're going to be diving a little bit deeper. So make sure that you stay on the lookout for those things that are coming up later in the year as well. So keep your eye on heyprettylife.com. That's it. I gotta go. I hope you have a good week. Bye, pretty ones.